guys, I'm Staff Sergeant County, United States Marine Corps Extraordinaire, based out here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today I want to discuss with you guys the top 5 highest paying jobs in the Marine Corps. Actually, I put a lot of thought behind the research going into this. I looked up a couple of things. One, I looked up the highest paying careers using the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. I also used payscale.com to get the median salary of someone going into that career field. Secondly, I used the Marine Corps Credentialing Opportunities Online website. It translates your Marine Corps job into what job you will most likely qualify for in the civilian sector. And lastly, I used a couple of articles here and there to determine which jobs have the most availability with job opportunities and that are looking for an increase into the future. The links to these websites will be in the description box down below, so do feel free to check those out. So while I was on these websites, some of the key things that I was looking for is time, effort, and resources, the education requirement, the experience requirement, and also how much a starting salary would be for someone who is exiting the service with 4 to 5 years of experience. So without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it.
Let's get started.
That sergeant, look! Hoorah!
Ew, don't say that.
Yeah, I pray that I make it, I pray that I make it. I pray that I make it, I pray that I make it. Yeah. I pray that I make it, I pray that I pray that I.
The first field I'm going to get into today is the 0600 communication field. Now these are the information technology, data analysts, administrators, and network administrator.
No, God!
Administrative specialist.
No, God, please, no!
Administrative specialist.
No!
Administrative specialist.
No!
As well as the cybersecurity and cyberspace marine. So this job will directly translate into one of the highest paying careers
Here we go again.
according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and that is the Computer and Information Systems Manager. Now, a Computer and Information Systems Manager is looking at $140,000 median salary, as well as at least a bachelor's degree and 5 years experience. So someone that's going into the Marine Corps in the communication field, you're going to get the opportunity to go to school, as I've stated in my previous videos. You're also going to get the opportunity to get some on-the-job experience as a junior Marine or entry-level clerk, all the way up to a non-commissioned officer, staff non-commissioned officer, or supervisor and manager. When it comes to looking at going into that job, it obviously depends on which business you're working for, but with a median salary of $140,000, you're looking at a neat career after your experience in the Marine Corps. The second job I'm going to go into today is an air traffic controller in the Marine Corps. Now, the air traffic controller is pretty self-explanatory because the job that directly translates is air traffic controller. All right, they're looking at a median salary of $124,000 a year with at least an associate's degree and no experience. With a Marine that's doing a basic 4 to 5 year contract, that same tuition assistance, GI Bill, the opportunity to get the education and certificates that you need, you're going to be walking onto that job with some experience that some of your competitors are not even going to have. So you're looking at a sweet career sitting up there at $124,000. Next job I'm going to get into is a Marine engineer. Now, engineers are handled differently in the Marine Corps versus the other branches. A Marine engineer is going to work on a variety of different aspects, but more specifically, we're looking at a bulk fuel specialist and nuclear and aeronautical engineers. You're looking at $130,000 median salary going into that job. So of the engineer jobs mentioned, they are looking for someone with a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of experience. So once again, the experience and the degree is well taken care of with just your first enlistment. So you will be sitting up there nice and pretty with $130,000 after your Marine Corps career. The The next job we're gonna go into is the electrical maintenance job field in the Marine Corps. Now, electrical maintenance is exactly what it sounds like. We're talking electrical engineers, avionics, working with the electrical components of an aircraft, all of the ground electronic components. You're looking at about $100,000 median salary. They also require a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of experience. So regardless which equipment that you're working on in the Marine Corps, as an electrical maintainer, you're looking at a pretty solid career sitting well above $100,000.
Finally!
And lastly, we're gonna get into my job, which is supply administration or supply chain and material manager. Now, the main reason I put this job in the top 5 is because of the diversity and the flexibility with the job field and what career you go into. A basic supply administration Marine, if they're looking for a high-paying career, they can either be a purchasing manager, logistics manager, storage and distribution manager, or a financial manager. So a supply administration Marine is looking at $125,000 median salary with a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of experience. You have a lot of options to pick from, and as finance is something that is fast growing and moving in the American society and in the world today, that's a job that I don't see going anywhere. So you're looking at a really good career sitting at $125,000. Alright, so there you have it, guys. I think it's fair to mention that I clearly left out a bunch of jobs in the Marine Corps, to include crash fire rescue, intelligence specialist, marine expediter, aircraft mechanical fields, construction field, utilities, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear specialist, as well as security forces. I really wanted to go into the jobs that were going to pay a solid 6 figures coming out of the Marine Corps with your basic training as well as your experience on the field, any certifications that you may have gained along the way, any awards, anything else that you can add to the fact that you're going to walk away with 4 to 5 years experience, a GI Bill to pay for any secondary education that you may need, and just the overall leadership experience. As you can see, most of these jobs are looking at a more supervisor manager level. Well, those are the ones that are paying the big bucks. With that being said, if you want me to do a video on entry-level job fields, like walking in with absolutely no education or high experience requirements, just leave that in the comment section below and I will definitely do a video about that. There's a bunch of other job fields in the Marine Corps that's going to pay you a solid $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 with no school requirement aside from a high school diploma. So there you have it, guys. Those are the top 5 highest paying jobs in the Marine Corps today. As I said before, didn't really want to make it sound so opinionated. So I did a lot of research on the highest paying careers in America, the requirements of those careers, and the need for those careers, because that is something that's very important as well.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Disclaimer. I couldn't end this video on high-paying jobs without saying anything about the medical field. So as I was looking on United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, the first 15 jobs that were mentioned were all in the medical/healthcare field. Now, the Marine Corps doesn't have a specific job in the medical or healthcare field, but I think it's fair to mention that of all those jobs, they all required a doctorate and no experience. Obviously, if you're going to school and getting a doctorate, you're going to be doing some internships, you're going to be working at hospitals and things of that nature to get that degree. But aside from that, there is no other experience. You don't have to go into the military with a medical field to become a doctor in one of those healthcare careers. What the Marine Corps does have a medical enlisted commissioning program. Every branch has the exact same thing as with most education and financial benefits. It is the same across the board. The biggest difference is the Marine Corps doesn't have medical Marines, so there's less competition going in for this program. Once you get accepted into the program, they will actually pull you from your active duty service and send you off to whichever university that you applied for and were accepted into, so that you can complete your medical degree. Upon completion of your degree, you will be enlisted into the Navy as a naval officer. So that is the way that the Marine Corps accommodates for the medical program. Alright guys, with that being said, that wraps up my video of the top 5 highest paying jobs in the Marine Corps. I ask you guys to like and subscribe to my channel. Please leave in the description box.
Wait a minute.
Please leave in the description box. Please leave in the description box what you think about this top 5 and what your top 5 highest paying jobs in the Marine Corps are. And I'm Staff Sergeant County checking out. Give them one!
I pray that I make it, that's too much at stake. See the stars in the space and I'm going for it. They told me be patient, you destined for greatness, but sitting and waiting, leave me unsure. Maybe I'm overthinking, but lately we sinking. I know mama craving to get some more. Just wanna make it, I'm grinding for it. Just wanna make it, I'm grinding for it.